Dropshipping is going viral right now and is being marketed by gurus as a business model where a random person can go from $0 to $100,000 in sales within just a couple of weeks. It seems as if everyone wants to start an online business. So today, I will tell you the raw reality of making more than $250,000 per month with Shopify dropshipping. So you understand what it's like, because it's definitely not as cool and glamorous as they make it seem. But let's start with the positives. This business model has allowed me to become financially free by the age of 20. And I just turned 23 5 days ago. I'm living in Dubai full-time, driving a supercar, living in my dream apartment, and at this point it's pretty much impossible for me not to make money. I literally wake up to $2,000 plus hitting my bank accounts every single morning while the sun is shining all year around. My family's taken care of, my health is perfect, and tons of stuff I used to worry about has now been removed. So I gotta tell you, it's pretty amazing. And I'm not saying this to brag. I'm telling you this because I want you to know that it's possible, because I was once a depressed kid living with my parents. I dropped out of school because of this and life was hard. I don't come from any money. In fact, I come from a pretty traumatic life. But what does this mean and why am I telling you my backstory? Well, the reason is simple. I want to tell you that you and me are the same. We come from the same type of situations and I do not have any advantages that you don't have. We're the same. So let's look at how the business truly is when you're operating such a company. First of all, it's not stress-free, okay? I used to spend my days stressing about money. I had some small bills here and there, but my goal was honestly just to fix my situation. Today, that's not a problem. I'm good. But waking up to these amounts hitting your bank account can be nerve-wracking. I mean, what if it all collapses? And sure, I know how to do this and the chance of getting broke is pretty much zero at this point, but it's a huge responsibility. Think of the thousands of orders I have to ship out every single week. Think about all the customers needing attention, ready to annoy me anytime if I don't respond to them quick enough. Every single day, new competitors come up and smart people too who have amazing marketing angles trying to steal my concept. So could it all be just taken away from me? Sure, I won't lose my stores and it's just unrealistic, but I'm not so sure if the average person is built for this. Starting dropshipping is not as easy as the gurus make it seem, and truthfully, most will fail. But at the same time, most are lazy, playing video games, drinking, just having awful habits. And for this reason, I believe that 80% of the work truly is to just quit your bad habits. Dropshipping is pretty easy once you learn the basics, but the average person is very lazy. I still have to go through product testing this day. I still have to burn through money sometimes. And this is a part of the game. Dropshipping is just not for complete brokies, and you're gonna need a couple $1,000s to start unless you're doing organic marketing, which really isn't that good. But anyways, the stress it comes with can be insane. Thousands of people are relying on you to get their orders, and they can report you to ad platforms if you don't answer them, meaning that you will just be shut down. Your entire business will be shut down. Facebook is going to stop you. Things are just going to get so bad. And if I don't reply to them quick enough, they're probably going to do this. And for that reason, I'm constantly worried about being shut down. If TikTok or Facebook for some reason deactivates my account, I can go from making all the money today to literally having zero income for tomorrow. A few weeks ago, I got an email from my payment provider saying that my account was going to be shut down because it was in the risky business category. And not only that, they also informed me that they would refund all of my customers. Now imagine this. Your customers have already received the product in their hands. They've paid for it and received it. You have paid thousands of dollars in order fulfillment and advertising, and you're still left with refunds. This type of situation can make you go broke. And I got this message while chilling at the beach, living my best life. So the entire day got turned upside down. Luckily for me, I managed to solve it. It was an accident on my payment provider's side. They even admitted that it was their fault and my account is actively running right now. But the average person would totally panic in this situation. And a few years ago, I actually went broke twice dropshipping. I had unreliable suppliers, and at that time I thought they were the best in the world. However, it turns out my customers were not receiving their orders. I was getting scammed while spending thousands of dollars a day on order fulfillment and advertising. And this resulted in me going $20,000 negative twice. And even worse, this happened after an already completed tax year. This resulted in me owing money to the government because technically I've already made it. I ended up having a $20,000 tax bill that I couldn't afford, angry customers, a negative bank balance, and times were really stressful. And on top of that, I also had a supercar back at home. It was really bad. Now on to the next reality of living off dropshipping, the cash flow issue. Sure, with this this business model, you're making a lot of money, but can you ever really spend it? I often find myself holding on to money in case of customer issues or if I need the funds. And all the money I make also goes back into advertising, so you're not as free as people really say. Now, if you compare this to my consulting company where I teach other people dropshipping, things are different. There, I'll simply just help someone in exchange of money, and there's no cost needed. The margins are obviously 100% as it's just a private mentorship, and I can technically spend it if I want to. However, with dropshipping, most of the money really goes into growing the company even more. Personally, I'm okay with that though, because I'm looking long term. I want to eventually sell the store. Now, I don't want this video to scare you out of trying dropshipping, okay? It's an amazing business model, and I recommend it to anyone wanting to make money online. It's also by far the easiest. Agencies and all of these kind of other businesses are simply not as easy as dropshipping at all. It's the best business model, but just understand that it's still not gonna be easy. It comes with pain, stress, and sometimes even loss. But if you're serious about making it work, you will. I've taken beginners from 0 to 100K a month within weeks. And this just proves one thing. If you have the right strategy, you will succeed. There's no doubt about that. But you're going to need help. Otherwise, you'll burn through money so quickly that you might just end up quitting. And this was me for the longest time. I've now built a bulletproof strategy though, which pretty much always works. So I'm no longer worried about losing everything, but for the first few years, I really was. Most will make this seem like the perfect business model. Only gotta work around 1 hour a day. And to be honest, it's kind of true. But it's not that easy to get started, okay? And most of the information out there is complete crap. So just be careful who you trust. On my second store, I'm always testing new products. I could make $100,000 this month and the next one be back to zero. I could have a seasonal product that dies out or simply just a trend that passes. And this is the exact reason as to why I have two stores. I have one long-term brand and then I have one like pump and dump type of store. But it is not sustainable to pump like this. That's why you see dropshippers go broke all the time. And they really do, by the way. The average dropshipper is broke. How many times have you not seen the people you look up to on Instagram post stories for a couple of weeks and they go ghost for another month? It's because they lose their product all the time. So as soon as you get a winning product, I recommend you to brand it. Another huge problem is that winning products is simply just not long term. I've probably had like 10 winning products the past year and none of them are active on any of my stores right now. There's going to be times where you think you found something amazing that's going to change your life and then it just dies out. Another thing that stresses me out is how I constantly have to make new video ads for my stores. Video ads gets fatigued fast, and if you're not constantly innovating, you will lose. Now, let me tell you a few things about mindset and health, which is important. I can keep up with the stress. I actually find peace in the storm. But if you're trying to balance dropshipping with a bad lifestyle, you're for the longest time, I was drinking every weekend, playing video games, just having way too much dopamine being flushed around my body. This reflected my store, and I realized it's not a passive business at all. Business reflects your personal life, and if I'm not in the shape I am right now, it just would not work. With so many challenges and competitors, you want to perform your absolute best. I guess what I'm trying to say to you is treat this as a real business. It's not a money printing game, and entrepreneurship is a sport. You're competing, and you got to stay on top of your stuff, or it's all going to collapse. Someone else is just going to take it away from you. Secondly, don't believe everything you see out there. Many dropshipping millionaires that you look up to who live crazy lifestyle, they have supercars, they have everything you can dream of. It doesn't even ship out their orders. And they scam people in ways I don't even want to mention here because I don't want anyone getting ideas. Do not do this. It will come back to ruin your life, and if you're a scammer, you deserve it. Like, gurus find sneaky ways to scam their dropshipping customers, therefore returning them a fortune. It's just not realistic to live a crazy lifestyle the first year doing this. I'm on my 6th year now, okay, doing this, and I'm finally rich. Like, really rich. I have everything I would ever dream of. I don't really have to work anymore if I don't want to. And that's not gonna happen to you in a month. I find it unbelievable how beginners are being sold such a lie. I mean, you can blow quickly, yeah, make tons of money, but for the average person, that's unrealistic. You have to play the long game. Now, let me tell you some secret strategies, okay? Like some stuff that's actually gonna make you a lot of money. I saved this to the end so only serious people like you would hear about this. By doing that, we can just save the best information for ourselves without tons of noobs just talking about it and making it saturated. Dropshipping in 2024 is about content, and this is the most important piece of advice I can give. The ads that work the best now are not the ones that the gurus tell you. You want complete user-generated content. Do not make it seem like dropshipping at all. The strategy I found the best right now is by checking for products on the TikTok For You page and Instagram Reels. You will find so many crazy good products and stores running organic dropshipping there, and the reason they do it is because they can't afford to pay for ads, right? This means that you can just steal their concept. We can see which videos are performing the best for them, and literally literally just copy most of it and put it on a paid ad platform. By doing this, we don't need to hunt winning video ads by testing because we already know what kind of content works the best. This strategy gives my students a 1 in 3 success rate when testing products. Everything is about not making it seem like dropshipping. I use apps like gem pages to create custom landing pages. I have real people in my ads, and I often use product pages that I find on TikTok. Just doing everything that you can to give your store the most kind of social proof and to not seem like a dropshipping store, okay? Do not look at a product for what it is and just instantly run it. Instead, think, how can I make a unique and different marketing angle for my product? Maybe you can find a kid's product, but turn it into something you could sell to adults. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is just come up with unique approaches and offers. This can be, for example, things such as a secret gift when the customer buys, just trying to make it unique and different. The second thing you want to do is to order the product to your own house. I should have done this so long ago because I've been dropshipping horrible products, plastic stuff, and getting refund requests. Just check that there's no issues with it, right? If you're planning on scaling it. And if you want to learn from me personally, I do have a mentorship for dropshipping. The results has been just crazy the past couple of months. So if you're interested in that, you can send me a message on Instagram right here. But that's it. Kind of a different type of video than what you're used to here. But I wanted to tell you the actual reality of making money with dropshipping because yes, it's an amazing business model. It's allowed me to be financially free by the age of 20. I'm 23 now, and it's also the most beginner-friendly business out there. But just know what you're getting yourself into, right? Making a lot of money is never gonna be easy. So if you like this video, remember to click a like on it and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.